didn't hear the beep, but I'm gonna assume that it went off. This is a video of Star Trek Dark Victory. Dark Victory. I'm really enjoying these Star Trek books. They're nice and short. But just like the last one, I can't see them ever doing this as a, episode or part of the TV movie. Maybe part of the TV movie, but not like a wink and a nod to it. But as for the actual rest of the movie, no. If that makes any sense. Well, what I liked about it was that they brought in the plot line from the last Star Trek novel, which was Star Trek Spectre, that Captain Kirk is married to a lady I almost said in love, but I don't know how much love there truly is, because half the book was spent trying to save her. She felt more like Jane Porter from the Tarzan books than her own character from this series of novels. And I could excuse the last one because they didn't make her seem that helpless in the start of the series. But for this, it felt like, oh, you have to save Taylani. And, oh my God, Taylani's in stasis and you only have so much time. And, yeah. They do bring in his doppelganger, which they don't refer to him as a doppelganger in that reality, which I appreciated. But they have different terminology than our world. They refer to people as ghosts, which I thought was kind of cool. I didn't really discuss her in the prior video because I didn't think of her as that important. I didn't think the whole Stump plot line was important, but obviously it was, because you get to attend their wedding, and right as they're getting married, the kid hands him the phaser that he's gonna shoot the Stump with later, and someone does something that she falls into a coma because of her Klingon and Romulan, I think, heritage, and it's like yeah, that's just there. You find out about Project Sign, which that right there is the reason that I could kind of see them implying stuff, like someone will just be sorting through a stack of papers one day, but for them to say, for them to incorporate child soldiers into regular Star Trek, just ain't gonna happen. That's a heavy topic that I don't think even Star Trek's ready for. One of the soldiers is why she got poisoned. And you get kind of what they did with Khan and the new Strange New Worlds, and a lot to do with Section 31, which is the Star Trek Area 51 people, which I've heard that they're doing a movie, but again, they're probably not going to focus the entire movie on Project Sign. It's going to be like, it's going to be like Admiral Thrawn, where they brought him in slowly, piece by piece, if anything. You found out in the last book that Mir Verse Spock is suffering from an early stage of Bandai syndrome, which other Spock was suffering from too. He gets cured. It's not really a big thing. They make you think Tiberius is dead, but he's not. He simply goes back and forth between realities, and he set up his base in his childhood home, kind of like the guy from Ready Player One. And all these children are genetically engineered from him. So if they do that, they can tie Khan back to the Mirror Universe. Just thought. Yeah. It was another fun book. Still wasn't as good as Star Trek meets X-Men or versus X-Men. I can never decide which. But I will read the next one. The next one is Star Trek Preserver. I'd like to see how regular Captain Kirk gets out of the Mirror Universe. If I had to rate it, I'd give the book a 3. It's still not as good as the book Star Trek The Turn, which started this whole thing. But I do appreciate the fact that it was short. So that's that. I have comic books to do. I know I keep saying that, but I really wasn't expecting to finish this book. It was so short. I thought, and once they got to the scene with Garrick, I thought that was so cool. I couldn't stop reading. I didn't want to stop the audio recording right then and there. I just wanted to keep absorbing and being in that world. So that says something about the book and the audio recording. It's Shatner again. You don't get to hear him do Scotty. He does kind of try to do a weird thing for Odo, the constable on Deep Space Nine. But yeah. If I had to guess, it's gonna incorporate more of the Deep Space Nine cast. Be a good boy, sit there. But that's just my guess. I'm enjoying this better than the actual Star Trek right now. Right now they're still going on the fetch quest in regular Star Trek in the show. Not Deep Space Nine, that's an insult to Deep Space Nine. Star Trek Discovery. They're still going on the fetch quest, and it's like this. You got Garrick interrogating a guy, and spray that can alter people's memories, and Mbenga's lost daughter from the Strange New World series, which means they could fit that in there because she had something, I'm not going to give away what, to do with the Section 31, which I think that's cool that they incorporated that character in that way. But yeah, read it for yourself. Again, Star Trek Dark Victory, part of the Shatner Verse. This has been The Other World According to Bob. Oh, and one more thing before I sign out. I wouldn't recommend this book to non-Star Trek fans. It's not like, I can't stress this enough. I've said it before in this video, but it's not like Star Trek v X-Men, where everybody can pick it up and enjoy it. Start with the first book. Start with the Return or The Turn. Start there, and if you get into the series, then read this book, enjoy it. And once you do, like, comment, subscribe. Talk about it with me in the comments. I've been Bob. This has been The Other World According to Bob. Bob out. I gotta find the mouse. Okay. Where's the mouse? There you go.